His recent trip to the US as the creative representative accompanied the president to Tyler Perry's film studio in Atlanta started a huge social media buzz, and everybody now wants a piece of him. The pressure is intense, but he is careful not to drop the ball. BUTITA, a comic and scriptwriter turned director, has been on the spot in relation to the Finance Bill 2024. Online users have called him out for his silence on Finance Bill, and could his silence come due to his association with the head of state, which he recently said the relationship with President Ruto came at a cost, and thus the pressure, which he says it's something that he has been adjusting to without getting distracted from his path of reinvention to become an entertainment businessman. Now let's forget about his recent backlash online and focus on how this Kariobangi-born lad has grown to be the person he is today. Before we dive in, how BUTITA has had to dig deeper into his pockets to achieve some of his childhood dreams, please hit the subscribe button if it's your first time here. For the returning subscribers, you are really appreciated and welcome back. For his growth, BUTITA had to temporarily step down from stage performances to concentrate on creative writing, which built his script writing foundation, landing him a lucrative gig with Netflix back in 2021, becoming the first Swahili comedy scriptwriter and director, before breaking into the limelight in 2012 through the once popular TV stand-up comedy show Churchill Show. BUTITA worked irregular jobs as a graphic designer, and thanks to his highbrow, he quickly metamorphosized into a satirist, writing jokes for fellow comedians like Daniel Dabuki, aka Churchill, Jalango, and Eric Omondi to perform on the Churchill podium. He has also been involved in scripting all 4 installments of fellow comedian Timothy Kimani's stand-up special through Thick and Thin Productions, with its first installment being released in 2020. Much of BUTITA's success can be traced to the COVID-19 pandemic, when the Churchill Show came to a halt, with no free-flowing gigs, including MC engagements, which had been core sources of his income. It was time to adapt. The scriptwriter took advantage of his immense following on social media to become a brand influencer. The only reason I have been able to cope in this creative industry is my ability to reinvent myself. I can't even recall the last time I did a stand-up comedy show. I think I need to do one. The 31-year-old always envisioned himself running his own empire. With the pandemic, there was enough time to conjure ideas that saw him launch his startup creative hub stage presence media, SPM Buzz, in April 2021 from his bedroom. SPM Buzz's first office was my bedroom, which I had turned into a makeshift working space with just 4 microphones worth $10K and a table. Initially, we were only 3, but now the team has 14 employees on retainer and sometimes blows to 45 when we have production assignments. While BUTITA describes SPM Buzz as a 360-degree content hub, dealing in content production, digital media, creative strategies, and marketing. SPM Buzz has been in operation for 3 years, and the hub has begun generating millions of shillings, leading to an expansion in personnel numbers and equipment acquisition. Just like any other business, the success of BUTITA's hub hasn't come that easy. It has been marred with significant losses along the way. You have to understand that when starting out, I had no business mentors, neither have done any business courses. Everything I have learned on the go, and with that you are bound to fumble. I have incurred losses of 5 million, 7 million, up to 10 million. But that's the price you pay when chasing success. Eddie has had to dig deeper into his pockets to keep his business running. He says for a while he did not care much about accounting for expenditure. However, he learned his lesson the hard way, adding that these lessons made him realize that what he had envisioned was beyond just one man himself. Therefore, he had no choice but to find a team that would help build his empire. The renowned comedian shares these challenges give him satisfaction, seeing many people earning a living through his brand. He attributes his success to two factors: owning a product creative think tank consultancy that many others viewed as destined for discount pins, and not putting too much thought into finances when an idea arises. In a recent interview, he spoke about his recent visit to the US accompanying President William Ruto, where he had the opportunity of meeting Steve Harvey. "I saw you on YouTube," were Steve Harvey's first words while shaking hands with Eddie BUTITA, and recalling with non-soldier how surreal it felt shaking hands with his idol, that is Steve Harvey, who just like him began his career as a stand-up comedian, breaking into the limelight in the 1980s. And according to Eddie BUTITA, when he said, "I saw you on YouTube, you are doing an amazing job," referring to Anastato, it felt so humbling. "He had done his homework on me. He did not need to do it. After all, he is Steve Harvey." Summing it all, BUTITA diverged that he learned a lot business-wise when they sat for a luncheon after the tour of Tyler Perry's film studios. Well guys, you are up to date. That's it for today. If it's your first time here, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. I will see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.